hi guys, this is Troy from Australian Guitar Channel. That is One Word by the Baby Animals, which I've had quite a few requests for over the last, year or so. So I finally got around to doing it. This is in a E flat tuning, alright, so you got to take each string down half a step. Use your tuner for that. I'm using my new FM3 fractal amp modeler, and I'm using a little patch called Brittle Comp Rhythm. Okay, now this has got a couple of guitars overdubbed. In fact, probably I'd say quite a few guitars overdubbed on this one. Acoustic as well as electric. You'll need a pretty jacked up distortion sound for those, for the choruses and the verses. But the intro is slightly more of a push to the edge sort of tone with a little bit of gain on it, but clean sound as well. Acoustic guitar behind it. All right, there's quite a bit going on. So I've done everything, the first half of the guitar solo, not the slide solo. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this, guys. All right, and afterwards, please hit the like button or the thumbs up, subscribe, share it around. All right, I don't think there's any lessons for this on the internet, so let's let this be the first. I hope you enjoy it. All right, one word. So we're going to start with this power chord on the 7th, 9th, 10th frets. All right, now bear in mind we're tuned down to E flat. Okay, so again the notes are E flat, B flat, G, D flat, A flat, and E flat. Okay, that's how the band do it. So we're going to start with that power chord, the A power chord on the 7th, 9th, and 10th, and we go like this. Now you can use hybrid picking or just a pick. And then you're going to go right up here to the 12th and 13th frets. Hit those two G and B strings on those two strings. And you can, I'm not really hearing the D string on the 10th fret, but I guess you can do that. And then we go to this shape here. Again, I'll put a chord picture on the screen. 7th, 9th, and 8th on those same three strings. And you hit those three, and then you go back to that first chord, all right? Now I'm doing all this using my pick and fingers, so I do hybrid picking. All right, let me do that again, nice and slow. Doing hybrid picking, but you can just pick it with your pick the whole time. I'll show you my pick technique. And then we're going to go down to this shape here on the 3rd and 5th frets. Again, I'll put the picture up and we go. And we pick all the strings. D, G, B, E. Oh, sorry, flattened though, you realise. All right, and then we slide that same shape up 2 frets. Okay, so those are those two shapes that we do there. Let me tie the whole thing together so far. Okay, let me do that again. Then we go to this new shape here on the 3rd and 5th fret, again with a chord diagram, and we go like this. We hit the bottom 4 strings, just one after another with the pick. And then we're going to hit all the strings at once, but take our pinky off. All right, and then put it back on again. So let me slow that bit right down. Do that off with the pinky, then back on again on that same shape. And then we go back up to the 5th fret with this same first power chord, and we go like this. So, let me tie it all together. I'll play it nice and slowly for you. Oops, sorry. And then we go back to the kind of same first lick that's at the start. But he goes down with the picking, Dave Leslie that is, and then back up again like this, watch. Oops. Okay, so we've got that. So it repeats the lick that it does the first time. Okay. Then we've got this. Same as what we did before. Now, I'm also hearing this little bit on this section. The bass, I think, is doubling up with this, where it goes like this. Watch. So it does that lick on top with that power chord, and then goes 7th fret on the A to the 5th fret on the G. Now, I'm hearing the bass do that, but I saw in a video Dave Leslie pick it as well. And I'm doing this kind of thing with my right hand. Now, bear in mind, there's a bit of studio business going on here with a couple of guitars overdubbed, maybe even 3 guitars overdubbed. I'm hearing an acoustic guitar and an electric guitar, all right? So you want to try and piece it together and come up with your own little interpretation. All right, the next little bit where it leads into the rest of the song. All right, we've got that little thing. So it's picking those 4 strings in a D, G, B, E, B, G motion. And then down to those first 2 chords. Alright, then it ends off with a strum, but that's when the whole band starts kicking in. We do those same 2 chords, and then we crank it up with the start of the verse. Alright, now we're going to switch to a slightly dirtier sound, but it's not as distorted as what the original album song is, which he clearly uses some pretty cranked up Marshalls, alright? But I've gone for a kind of a partially dirty gain, partially clean sound. And then we have the... So it starts off with the verse with a D to an A, both power chords. And then it does this. It plays the A, but it drops the 3rd finger, hits it once, and then goes to a D. All right. So that whole little intro. So all you need to do, play the A, drop the 3rd finger. And then it goes into the vocal part where Susie comes in. Well, I'll wake up. Okay, with the same chord progression. And then it does this. Okay, where it's 3rd finger on, then off. Alright. And then we go into the pre-chorus, okay, which is like this. Well, D, A, G, B minor, to A, G, E. And then we go into the chorus. All right, so just that little pre-chorus. D, A, G, B minor, A, G, E. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we go into the chorus. And it's just, chorus is just A to D. And I feel it G, D, G, D. You would say it's alright to D. And I feel a whole lot better. Alright, and then it basically goes into the second verse, which is exactly the same as the first verse. Alright? So basically, so far we've got the intro, the verse, the chorus, and both verse and chorus are the same, the first and second time. Okay, at the end of the second chorus, just before it goes into a guitar solo, it does this. Let one line get to a D, and I feel a whole lot better. And then it goes to an E chord to lead into the guitar solo. I feel a whole lot better now. All right, now I'll do the licks for the first half of the guitar solo, not the slide bit. Nice and easy. Alright, so we've got a 12th fret bend on the B. And then we go up to the 14th fret on the E string. Up and down, 2 whole tone bends. And then a hammer on pull off on the 12th to the 14th, and then off again. Alright, say that again. And then we got the last little bit, last little lick. Up and down on the 12th fret on the B string. And then to the 10th fret on the B string. And then the last little lick is a slide on the B string from the 12th to the 14th. And then ending on the 12th fret on the E string. Oh, let me do that again. All right, then it goes into a slide solo, which is an open tuning. I'm not going to worry about the slides part of the solo in this video, but we've also got to worry about the solo chords, all right, which are nice and simple. All right, in the verse, the chords underneath the guitar solo are just basically A, just like in the what we looked at in the verse before. A sus2 to the D. Okay. All right, so after the solo, we go into that little bridge section, which is just chords D, A, B minor, E to start with. Well, I try. And you're going to take that second finger off during the D to bring those open E and B strings out. To A, B minor, nothing to me. D, A, B minor, E. And then we have F sharp minor, and then after that, then we have D to A, and then this time we go to an F sharp minor. I thought you knew me. And then we go to the E for 2 bars, and then we go back into a last chorus. One word, one letter, one line. Alright, it just repeats that a couple of times, and then the last tag at the end just goes. Alright, just that little tag is just GD, GD, GD 3 times, I think. And then the song ends on an A power chord, and that is the whole song. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Please let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe, the whole bit. Alright, I'll see you soon.